Welcome to stage 1 of the Rallye du Maroc. Here's what happened today in the bikes. There was travel chaos on the Rallye du Maroc yesterday as heavy rainfall and flooding affected the transfer from Marrakesh to Zagora. With many teams not arriving until after midnight, the organisers decided to delay the start of today's action until just after 10 AM and shorten the stage. The competitors will now cover 180 kilometres on the route that was planned for stage 2 before taking the original stage 1 tracks on Tuesday. On paper then, this wasn't a very long outing, but Pablo Quintanilla said it certainly felt like one. The 2021 winner struggled to find his rhythm today, especially in the technical early part of the stage, and pointed out that the recent rain had made it hard to find the piste. He nevertheless ended up in 5th place and sits 5th overall. Luciano Benavides had a similar analysis of this first stage. He was out of sorts in the early riverbeds and lost around 3 minutes trying to find the right line. The Argentine is still working his way back to full fitness after he broke his hip at Ruta 40. But things did improve as the day wore on. He overtook a couple of riders in the dunes and finished in 4th place. Fresh from yet another prologue victory yesterday, Tosha Shirena took it fairly easy in the first 30k or so, saying you could easily crash or damage your bike over this sketchy terrain. In the end, it was a nice smooth outing for the Spaniard, who was 1 minute and 48 seconds off the pace in 3rd. Tosha is hunting his second W2RC win of this season after victory in Portugal. Daniel Sanders had a very solid outing on his new KTM, dropping just 48 seconds on his way to 2nd place. The Aussie was leading for a while, but he lost the right line going around some dunes and had to push hard to catch up again. Chucky says that he's feeling much better than he did in Argentina, and if he keeps this up, he could well be a part of the overall fight. But it was a disastrous day for the reigning Dakar champion at Ricky Brabec. The American started strong and he was cruising along nicely with his teammate Quintanilla, but when he jumped one dune, his bike hit another smaller dune hidden behind it and he took the full impact of the landing on his right leg. He nevertheless gritted his teeth to make it through the stage, but over 19 minutes down.
Yeah, it fucking hurt. So, the whole stage after that, we had to take it easy and it's a little bit of a bummer, but we're here at the bivouac, we're 19 minutes down. We're all asked to open tomorrow, so I don't know what's going to happen, but I definitely need to get this thing checked out. Right now I have to weigh my options, be 100% healthy at the Dakar or risk hurting my knee in a couple more days.
That crash sadly spelled the end of Ricky's rally. He abandoned this afternoon. Well, that's good news for the current World Championship leader Ross Branch, who was also today's stage winner. The Kalahari Ferrari said it was anything but straightforward out there today and he struggled with a few technical issues. But he still came home fastest and now leads the rally by 48 seconds. Branch with a word for his rival Brabec at the finish line.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. When I passed him, I knew there was something wrong because Ricky never goes backwards like that. So I really hope everything's okay with him. So we still got a really long way to go and a big fight. And the guys are on the gas. Nobody's going slow. So it's going to keep us on our toes. And if the results are as they are now, then opening tomorrow is going to be another tough challenge.
Nacho Cornejo lost over 14 minutes opening, but still led from start to finish and took 58 seconds of bonus time. Adrian van Beveren also shipped over 10 minutes. 1 minute and 30 seconds separate Branch, Sanders and Shirena at the top, with Benavides next best at 6 minutes and 45. On to Rally 2, and it was a solid day for Michael Doherty. The South Africans had a tough season, crashing out of the Dakar and the Abu Dhabi Desert Challenge, so he's just looking to get through unscathed here and build for Dakar 2025. Despite not wanting to push too much, he was second quickest in class. In first place was his teammate and compatriot Bradley Cox, who's targeting both the Rallye 2 victory in Morocco and the World Championship title. He currently sits 8 points behind the leader Romain Dumontier, but he's off to a promising start, beating his French rival today by over 5 minutes.
Good start, like the rally's still a long way to go, but yeah, really physically tough today, and for sure it's just going to get tougher. So yeah, the heat also starting at 10 o'clock today was also a little bit of a challenge, but yeah, we keep this momentum and see what happens at the end.
There were no fewer than 4 BAS World KTM Racing Team riders in the top 5, with Edgar Canet and Tobias Ebster also in the mix. Overall, Cox leads Doherty by a shade over 4 minutes, with Canet, Dumontier and Ebster making up the top 5. Souleymane Addahri made it 2 wins in 2 days in the Rallye 3 Africa Enduro Cup. The Moroccan really pushing in the second part of the stage to win by almost half an hour. Manuel Andújar has already secured the world title in the quads, but the battle's on to finish second behind the Argentine, who's competing in the SSVs this week. Kamil WISNIEWSKI is leading that fight, and he won today's stage by almost half an hour.